taken away by TLA. We have Rise off the table from Nova. Two pretty common bans. Aurelia is still pretty much S tier in the top lane.
Yeah.
Did take some nerfs in the last patch. You know, the ultimate cooldown was increased, but has not really stopped her from being an absolute monster. It's something that is very kind of consistent. You can carry, you can build pretty tanky if you're behind, and it's definitely something to watch out for. Sivir now being taken away as well. Karma Sivir is kind of that 1-2 combo that teams love to draft together. Taking away both of those engage options is going to make them feel like a little bit more safe, especially if you want to do something like split pushing type stuff, where you have to be able to have your main squad, you know, disengaging every time the other team tries to engage. Removing these speed up options can be pretty helpful.
Yeah, and this is something that Nova is notorious for. They're a team that over the course of the Challenger Series loves fighting, loves team fighting, and Sivir and Karma do so much. But with Lissandra as the final ban, Vladimir gets through and is picked up right away.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of focus on mostly Golden Glue. Obviously, Lissandra can be flexed to top. You know, you can. We did even see Talia in top lane in EU. So these are potential flexes, but generally they are mid lane picks. So a lot of focus on him, but Vladimir is left open. This has dropped in priority in the most recent patch with the nerfs on Vladimir. Some people are not even really picking it, even when it gets through champion select. So there is that, you know, and teams do know how to deal with it more and more because they have had a lot of time to play against it.
Well, Nova, they're going to show just damage and crowd control might be the way to bring that down. Lucian locked in for Rikara, very mobile. Piglet's been playing it a bunch, so that is a bit of a counter pick as well. And Rek'Sai for Ku.
Yeah, take that pick away from Piglet. That's something that's going to be pretty nice. When you have a world-class AD carry, you do not want to let him kind of have his comfort picks. Piglet is someone who loves to play aggressive. Lucian is a fantastic AD carry to do that on. At the same time, I do think that it's a great pick for Nova. Rek'Sai also, in my opinion, is the top-tier jungler right now. It's super consistent. You have players getting better and better at using the ultimate to kind of actually move around the map, respond to ganks. You can gank one side, ult to the other side to defend your top lane, etc., moving around for objectives. So very solid, very strong. You can build tank, you can get early vision with the Sightstone. So it does a lot of the things that you want out of your jungler.
We'll see if Ku will be as mobile and effective with that Rek'Sai as looks like Stunt, taking Bard and Shen now locked in for solo. So that means it's probably going to be Vladimir mid.
Yeah,
unless Vladimir learned how to jungle in the past.
Who knows? Got that jungle Shen.
Yeah, exactly.
Obi's on that hype train. He's
River
in there.
Shen. River Shen.
Oh, that dude. There you go. But it is very likely going to be Vladimir in the mid lane, and we have the top lane Shen. Something that also has been very, very popular, risen in priority with the nerfs on some of these other top lane monsters, you know, like the Trundle, like the Aurelia. Shen was already picking up popularity, able to have that global presence. It does have kind of like a solid lane. You can farm against pretty much anything, and just the amount of threat you have around the map is so huge. You can initiate fights, you know, ultimate into your jungler. Say if you want to play something aggressive like a Hecarim even, you can double ultimate, move in. There's a lot of ways to really not only turn around fights, but to initiate them with the Shen. And at the same time, it is going to be GP and Azir locked in. Gangplank is someone who's going to be very happy to lane against Shen. And this is like honestly a horrible matchup for Shen. There's really not much hope as far as the 1v1 goes. You have to kind of get ahead. You're going to need jungle help. And even if you do succeed in the early game, you're probably going to get outscaled very hard in that 1v1. You can easily just remove Scurvy, like kind of just orange that taunt. That works very well. The speed ups that you get makes it very hard for Shen to kind of chase you down, and it allows Gangplank to have that free farming lane to get really strong. And it is going to be the Hecarim. You know, I talked about that engage potential there. I love this combo. It's one of my favorites. Shen also works really well with champions like Eve, Nocturne, these kind of people that you can submarine on. So you know, you start ulting in on the Hecarim ults into the backline, you taunt onto your target, and you're able to take them out. So this is something that has a lot of threat, and because Hecarim can't just be pushed back during his ultimate, you're unstoppable. Even goes over, you know, Azir walls and things like that, so it does give you that backline access, and Piglet going to be very safe on the Ezreal.
We'll see if Team Liquid Academy can deal with this team fight so far out of Nova, as I see a lot of AoE stacking here.
Last pick John, not something you see every day. Support is usually picked up a lot earlier in the drafts, and it was just something where they were obviously thinking, hey, maybe we want to actually adapt to what they're picking based on this. And I do like the Janna a lot against both the Hecarim and the Shen. It's super, super frustrating to fight, especially as Shen, if the Janna is playing on point. If you're actually able to consistently tornado and ultimate the Shen out of his taunt, you deny that taunt. Just the connection of that gives you the energy back, holds people in place. It's like what the whole kit is, right?
Yeah.
So if you're able to consistently deny Shen's taunts onto your AD carries, onto the Azir, that's going to be massive for the team. So I like the Janna, and likewise, pushing back, slowing down the Hecarim is going to be very frustrating for their jungler.
Yeah, well, the pressure is on for Executioner Ken to show that he can keep up with Team Liquid Academy's bottom lane. But we want to know who you think are going to win this series and advance to the finals. Tweet at LOL Esports with either hashtag TLA win or hashtag NVA win as we load onto the Rift. Team Liquid Academy looking for that spot in the finals and a potential berth in the promotion tournament. Nova looking to do the same, one of the newer teams to join the Challenger Series. A lot of young potential on these guys. We'll see if they can pull out a win against the established organization of Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure for the guys that are new to the scene. This is going to be the biggest game of their lives, right? It's something that matters so much. You work so hard for it, and your season is culminating in this. So they have to be on point. They have to play the best that they can to not get rolled over by someone like Piglet. And one thing going for them is Piglet is obviously playing pretty passive laner. As far as that 2v2 matchup goes, Piglet should really not be like bullying around a Lucian. So he is going to be scaling. He's going to be a big threat in the late game. But I like the drafts for both teams. I think that the responses and the adaptations they made mid-draft were pretty smart. The Janna coming in, Hecarim to be paired with that Shen after they saw Azir. So a lot of smart adaptations. We'll see how they can execute.
Yeah, it will all come down to that execution, as you've said. As you can tell, we have now loaded onto the Rift for game number 1 between Team Liquid Academy and Nova. Looks like defensive lines so far. No one's going too far out of position. Nobody wants to take any chances. Again, this is a best of 5. So we're going to be here for at least another hour or two. Well, I think probably closer to like 2 or 3 hours because we got to go through 3 games.
And to be honest, a lot of the teams are probably going to be very confident. I think if anyone wants the lane swap, it's going to be TL. Just as far as like, just get the Shen out of the Gangplank matchup. Try to keep the Gangplank down. You don't want him to be able to pick up all this free farm, right? You really are trying to kind of put him in a position where he's not just able to get as much farm as he wants. He's not just able to scale up for free. I would like to see them do that. We'll see if they're going to get the matchups that they want. But if you can force the Gangplank into that kind of awkward spot, your Shen's going to be happier having less gold, whereas the GP really wants to start scaling.
And it seems like now Nova, with their forward ward, they spot the lane swap for Team Liquid Academy. Immediately, Flaxish actually cheats by the vision of Team Liquid Academy to head towards those minions. And that's going to mean that Stunt will be able to catch up in the jungle with that Rek'Sai. No, Ku's actually waiting for Stunt to walk away. Once he clears vision... Oh, wow, that's so sneaky.
That is pretty sneaky, so... At the same time, we do have Ken down here trying to be a little bit annoying.
He just ghosted. Moon just ghosted to clear out the red buff.
Yeah, I think that was just an accident, but we'll see.
He's starting with a handicap. He's got to make sure that
it very likely will not matter, especially in these lane swap type situations. And Janna doing her very best to be annoying here. Shen just trying to kind of push her back so that Hecarim can secure that big Wraith. You definitely don't want to risk giving it up, and the lane swap ensues. We do have TPs going down from both sides, and they'll try to get set up here.
Yeah, so this is standard lane swap territory. Don't expect to see too much exciting things going on. Hecarim definitely needs that blue buff early on, so not going to be able to gift that over to Golden Glue. Yeah,
and Vladimir doesn't need it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes, it is nice for the AP and stuff later in the game. The CDR is always nice, but it's not like it's a Cassiopeia. It's not like it's something like a Rise who really needs to kind of spam out and start stacking tiers and stuff. So Vladimir's totally fine. Great for Hecarim to have that buff to help continue his clear. You can just spam your Rampage over and over and be able to clear this out pretty well. And so far, so good for Moon. He's farming pretty heavily, and everything is going according to plan for TLA.
Yeah. Keep that Shen nice and safe away from the Gangplank. At least let him get a few core items before he will eventually catch up. Solo clears out the turret for solo gold.
Yeah, both top laners going to pick up solo gold, and I mean, it's not even about, the Shen's not necessarily going to get ahead of the GP or anything, but it's just like, you'd rather have a Shen with 1,000 gold and the GP with 1,000 gold than a Shen with 5,000 gold and a GP with 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. You're happy to give up some of the scaling of your Shen to kind of slow that down in exchange to slow down the GP. So we'll see how that eventually goes, and if the teams are going to kind of trade back and do 2 for 2, or if it will now go into contested lanes. And this is something where teams kind of differ strategy-wise, so we'll have to find out exactly how that's going to go down. And
it looks like they're swapping. Currently, Ricard is headed back up with Ken. He was spotted out by a ward, whereas Piglet and Stun are already in that bottom lane, so Solo's going to have to get the heck away from that Lucian before he can start slinging some bolts at him. And with a double cull start from both Piglet and Ricard, seems like we might have a nice and long laning phase.
Yeah, it makes sense, and Piglet going to pick up the tier after that. It's one of those things where, as the Ezreal, you're also happy to avoid the Lucian, so both of the lanes from TLA kind of want to avoid their matchups, and the longer Piglet just gets to kind of free farm and pick up his cull stacks and his tier charges is going to be pretty nice for them. At the same time, Sightstone first picked up here by Ku, so very, very early Sightstone before anything else, and we'll see what he's able to do with that. He wants to get that deep vision, allow his team to kind of make those plays and feel safe doing it. At the same time, one of the trends we've been seeing more and more, especially in LCS and kind of high ranks, is super, super early tier 2 boots, which I kind of like quite a lot. It does kind of give you a lot of effectiveness as far as just even moving around the map, and combat effectiveness with things like early tabbies. We see Rainover doing that kind of stuff on Rek'Sai. And as far as Hecarim, I really do like early lucidity. It's going to be tabbies first here by Moon, so he is going for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's totally reasonable because there's a lot of both physical damage and auto attackers even in the Azir. But I love lucidity because Ghost is already such a short cooldown. When you have insight plus lucidity, it's like you can just spam it.
Oh! Whoa, Stunt getting dangerously low. Solo.
So is Piglet.
Oh, no.
Heal's already used.
Oh, wow. He actually has to back away. The minion avoids the bush. Team Liquid Academy just barely don't get the turret. Solo, I don't know if he's going to get the gold. He's actually got to recall right now. Whoa, botched execution.
He has to be careful because when you're that low, if the Rek'Sai or someone is just randomly around, you could die very easily. So,
as you said, he did burn his heal.
Yeah, a bit of an oopsie there by TLA. Hopefully for them, not going to make too big of a difference, but Nova has already taken the second turret, so they're up 1K. Farm is pretty much dead even across the board. Besides that, like gold is very even besides just that turret. Piglet is behind as far as actual individual CS though, and I'm not even sure how he got that behind. I guess maybe some of the farm was more gifted around to kind of solo and split up.
Just missing a handful.
Yeah, well actually 15 is kind of surprising this early in the game.
You can see now taking the Krugs before trying to defend that bottom tier 1. Actually, the bottom tier 1's already gone. So to catch the minion wave that Nova are building.
Oh, so there's a huge wave pushing in, and he will be okay to pick that up. And at the same time, if Nova's able to actually defend that outer and keep that away from TLA, then it's going to be a pretty nice victory for them, just having the extra gold.
Yeah, that's been something that we've been asking a lot of Nova. This is a team that loves to group up and team fight. Week 1, they were practically made famous by the Vladimir Alawi combo. Not the first professional Alawi, but very close to it as they stack up. And Blaze Olive is roaming down.
They're looking for a dive, actually. He has his ult and flash and everything available, and they know Piglet has no heal, so we'll see if they look for it. Vladimir is coming down as well.
They did see a Blaze Olive. They're going to spot him. There's the exhaust. Piglet hops back before flashing a Blaze Olive. He's ignited. He's deep in enemy territory. There's the Emperor's Divide, but he goes down. First blood to Bard. I'm sure somewhere on the planet Crepo is smiling as Ken will go down to Golden Glue. That's a quick 2 kills for Team Liquid Academy. Ku is going to be chased down. He's got to be able to burrow before he can try to tunnel over the wall. He's got his flash as well, so he's
But Moon can follow if he wants. He has his ult. Tier 1 turret not down, so that will be the end of it. Either way, pretty greedy play there from Nova, honestly, to try to go for that 3v2 dive. And Vladimir was already moving down. The TP was available on Shen, and it didn't even really start very well. I think they were trying to have Ken kind of like get aggro or something, but he got Cosmic Binding into the wall, so everything kind of going a bit awry there.
Oh, man. And the first Infernal Drake. Oh! Yeah, Moon holds on to his smite before they all journey out of the pit. Nothing quite feels so bad as smiting a little early and then having Rek'Sai steal it. from the long-range Prey Seeker.
Yeah, that would be pretty
But
bad.
Nova, going for that aggressive play, as you've said, they like to group up and team fight. That's what they've been doing for almost the entirety of the Challenger Series. Oh. Stunt will hop away.
Yeah, and I think it's fine to kind of look for it, at least threaten it, but Blaze Olive went so deep that it was a one-way trip regardless. If the Shen's DPing in, there's nowhere for your GP to enter. There's nowhere for him to kind of join in and help out that fight. So definitely very risky. I can see the idea, though, especially because Piglet had fallen so far behind in CS. And as you can see, he's still down like 25, right? So they had a big wave pushing in. Piglet's actually getting really low here. May die to the culling.
Damage with the culling. Riccara flashes, and he's going to pick up a solo kill. No, he's got some help from a lot of people. That's not
a trio kill. Close enough.
I believe he did get a shield that I didn't see over the wall from Ken. I don't quite know how Ku participated.
I think he hit him with a Prey Seeker, so
okay.
Had that assist gold still locked up, but either way, essentially a solo kill there for Riccara.
Yeah.
As I was saying, they're trying to extend this advantage because Piglet's actually getting smashed right now in lane.
Yeah.
He was down so much farm. They had a big wave pushing in, so the idea is, all right, we already have the advantage. Let's dive him. If we kill him off here, he misses all the CS, all the XP, maybe get an insurmountable advantage. Either way, solo here, they're looking to collapse on him, and Moon is coming in. It's going to be a 2v2. We'll see if Solo can live.
Got to jump out, but he goes down. A lot of damage onto Flaxus, but he heals up. He's got Flash.
Nice Flash.
And jukes over the wall. Still no Ghost yet from
Golden
Moon.
Glue coming, though.
He's trying to chase. Doesn't have his own Ghost just yet. Uh-oh, Flaxish. He's pinned up against the wall. Eventually, he'll end up going down.
He's just trying to buy time for Azir to shove it in the mid lane. So even though this may look a little silly, it's still worthwhile, right? So now he's gifting Azir this time. Azir's going to be able to get damage in on the mid turret. Ken and Ku coming, and we already have Riccara there. So nice moves here from Nova. They do give up a kill, but it's a 1-for-1, and they get the mid lane turret, which is a really big one. And so far, so good. Yeah, it was a bit of an overextension in that turret dive, but they are looking solid.
Yeah, these are some very decisive calls by Nova against Team Liquid Academy. And TLA seems like they might just be reeling a little bit, unprepared for this. As Nova come out of the gate swinging, quick 1,000 gold lead. They're down a kill, but definitely up in turrets.
Yep, up 2 turrets. One thing going for TL, though, is Golden Glue. 2-0-1 already on the Vladimir, keeping up in farm as well. And we talked about him kind of going off on the cast, and here we have the replay as they set it up, and Flax is just in there on solo, kind of using that advantageous matchup. Ku ulties in, get right in there, and Moon tries to come in and help to finish this off, but not able to do so, and eventually Golden Glue is able to chase down the GP. The Rek'Sai able to escape as there's nothing really left there for Moon, and he can't follow after.
Yeah, even Ken's on that side of the map to help escort Rek'Sai to safety, so we can see Nova showing us some really impressive macro plays. They're trying to pressure bottom, they're pressuring top. Team Liquid Academy going to have to keep up with this momentum. Moon on the invade will steal away the red buff, but Ku's on the opposite side of the map doing the same thing, so should be fairly even over the course of those junglers, despite minor CS lead for Moon.
A lot of it is going to be, well, I mean, the CS honestly is not that minor. You know, 17 CS in jungle is actually a lot. So that's what I was going to say, is it's about extending the advantages where you have them. So TLA's bot lane, it's like, it's time to amputate. That, you know, Piglet has gangrene, you got to cut it off, you got to save the body. So at this point, it's abandoned ship on the bot lane. I would never go down there if I'm Moon. And I think you actually just let Piglet play passive, farm it out, and you play to your strengths. You play towards the Vladimir, you bully that 2v2 matchup. You know, Ku is going to play to his strong side, and it's up to Moon to take control of the top side, you know, work in conjunction with the Shen, with the Vladimir, and try to really extend those leads. Make the Vladimir a monster, and have that be the guy who kind of erases the disadvantages in the bot lane. Because Piglet can play safe, he can farm.
Yeah.
He just can't straight up fight. There's no way he can contest the Lucian right now.
Still not even a Mana Mune. Nowhere close to that Muramana.
Yeah, he's hurting.
So Golden Glue going to have to demonstrate that he's going to be able to carry Team Liquid Academy in this game, as right now, again, Piglet suffering a lot of pressure. Ku on that side of the map going to steal away the jungle camps and help shove this wave in so that Piglet can't freeze it.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job. Moon will have to contest somewhat, you know, needs to maintain vision for his team at least, so that they know if dives are coming, and Ezreal can kind of farm with that passive style, continue to queue, but almost up 40 CS is actually a pretty ridiculous lead in what was a lane swap into a straight-up 2v2. You know, Kara gets what is essentially a solo kill. Yes, it's assisted, but he's basically the one who did the bulk of the work. Onto Piglet, and now has a completed Ghost Blade over very little combat effectiveness here from Piglet. So
yeah,
we'll see what they can get done. At the same time, Golden Glue, who has that rocket belt, he's looking to make some plays.
Yeah, Infernal Drake now up in 30 seconds. We might get to see those items come in handy, as that second Infernal Drake for TLA would be huge, whereas Nova looking to equalize things a little bit. Pressure is on as Nova currently trying to pressure up. They've already got deep vision on that side of the map, so they will be able to see Moon before he gets close.
Yep.
And yep, there goes the Void Rush for Ku, as he's going to head over there as well. Let's see if Moon is going to use his Smite here.
It's possible. They definitely would like to deny TL from getting the second Infernal. That's very important. They cannot allow that much of an advantage to go over to TLA. They want that scaling, and they have to at least try to deny it, so they're moving around, getting vision. We can see Ku and Ken. It's support and jungle duos here trying to contest vision, and Moon's looking to get a bit aggressive onto Ken.
Yeah,
they know they have mid lane priority, so Golden Glue can move over first.
True Shot Barrage from Piglet is going to contribute just a bit as Golden Glue shoves in. Ablaze Olive completing his Morellonomicon. Just catches the wave and groups up with the rest of Nova before returning to that mid lane. So seems like so far it's just skirmishing over vision. Nova, though, they've got Flaxish, who's 20 CS ahead of Solo, shoving pretty comfortably on the top side of the map, and as long as they have vision of Moon, that means that Flaxish is going to be pretty empowered to continue shoving Solo in.
Yeah, just keep farming it up, getting that bonus gold, you know, with your parlay, with your barrels, and really just kind of extending that lead, extending the 1v1 advantage, because it only gets worse for Shen as the game goes on in the 1v1 here, and GP already has his Trinity Force and Lucidity, so he's going to have a lot of CDR, be able to spam out those abilities, and definitely be very frustrating for the Shen to deal with. At the same time, the Morello, as you mentioned, going to be nice against Vladimir. You need to give respect to Vladimir's self-healing and try to kind of keep that in check. So it's a nod to that. I still do think that we're going to have to see Ricard picking up an Executioner's Calling eventually.
Currently working towards that Black Cleaver. We'll keep an eye on his build and see how late it goes before he builds that. Piglet on the other side, finally finishing off his Sheen, is forced to catch minions on the bottom with that vision and pressure from Flaxish up top. Nova are going to start off on this Infernal Drake. Moon is racing in, but the Drake already secured.
Yeah, good job extending the advantage in the bot lane. You have your powerful bot lane duo, shove them in. No way for Piglet really to contest. He just has to farm. So because they did not have their pieces in place, no real way for them to contest. It would have been too risky, and they're going to have to give it up. Thankfully for TL, they already got the first one, so things are just back to even.
Yeah. Nova about 3,000 gold ahead with these turret advantages. Again, one of them, to use Rib's phrase, is a sparrow's fart from going down. But that mid, honestly, it really is a Ribism.
I've never heard Rib say that in my life.
It was on cast. I think it was with Kobe last weekend.
All right, I'll
absolutely hilarious.
I'll take your word for it.
Because you think about it, a sparrow's fart, very, very narrow. You can't imagine a large sparrow's fart. So it's going to go down
in a lot of things. Either way.
Ablaze Olive, nowhere close to farting, going to defend that turret. Hey, bird puns on his ear. Going to continue catching minions in this way. I think I've lost Azale.
Yeah, my brain is fried now, so I don't even know what to say. But either way, they did kind of goof in the lane swap, right?
Yeah.
They were not able to take down the tier 1 turret. Should have been a 2-for-2 trade. Turned out being a 2-for-1. So even though Nova kind of then messed up their turret dive, they stayed even in gold, and they've now been able to kind of carve out a lead for themselves, so they're looking good. But the lead is not where you would have expected it to come from, right? You do not expect Piglet to get kind of smashed in the 1v1, but Ricard looking like he's going to be going down to Golden Glue unless Ken can save him.
He chases Flash, gets him out. The Tempered Fate misses as well. Golden Glue's trying to get the damage. There's even a Stand United. He gets stunned to the wall and will go down to Solo. Moon even races in as Nova are collapsed upon by TLA. Oh, Piglet, kill secure.
Nice job there by TLA. Golden Glue, camping the bush, knowing Lucian wants to come pick up that farm, smashing him in that 1v1. And even though support came in from both sides, not able to get away. Both the bot lane duo get taken out, and Now Golden Glue has to back off. Wave getting cleared out by the GP ulti. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, it's okay for your bot lane to be behind as long as you have the strength coming from somewhere else, right? And this Vladimir was already getting a lot ahead. Now give him another kill, another assist. He's 2-0-2. He is very competitive in farm, and this guy's going to be a monster. So it's something else that Rikara has to worry about. Sure, you can smash Piglet in the 1v1, but can you deal with this? Nope. Yeah. That is a lot of damage. And doing the full combo there is Golden Glue, and Ken comes in for the nice save. They try to turn around and actually fight here, but kind of not really respecting the power of the Shen ultimate. They had to know that that could have been coming in. I think had they just kind of abandoned ship and not actually tried to get anything back, they may have been able to run out or at least get their opponents to blow more summoners, commit more to try and chase them down. So I would have liked to see them just full on retreat, but they thought maybe they could go for the play, turn it around on the Golden Glue. Unfortunately, Shen says no to that.
Yeah. Global presence. Flagshish holding on to his ultimate just a little bit too long. He might have had it on cooldown. Not entirely sure, but ulting the wave afterwards. Tempered Fate on the mid lane. Catches a Blaze Olive. They race forward. Moon is about to get pulled in. He gets knocked back despite the Emperor's Divide. Races over the wall, but he makes it towards his enemy team. Moon looks to chase. Oh, he gets some good damage. Piglet is destroyed by Ku. There goes a teleport. There goes the Hemo Plague. As a Blaze Olive gets one kill, looking to turn it into two. He's doing a lot of AoE damage, and Nova slowly but surely are going down here. Once again, Golden Glue stacks up and scares Nova back. That's a 2-for-2 trade.
It was actually such a good escape there by a Blaze Olive, and I did not like where Flaxus was TPing to at all. I mean, you're not a frontliner on GP. Sure, you can remove CC, but he was so far in there, he actually TP'd on the ward in front of them. I feel like someone should have dropped the ward behind, TP in a more defensive position. He even had his ultimate up, which he didn't even get off. If he actually could have stayed alive and contributed in the way that GP should be able to in a fight like that, I think that Nova smashes that fight regardless. Still a pretty even trade. They get the bot lane tier 2. Now they're using that ultimate, trying to take out Moon, but that was pretty ambitious.
Yeah, Ku.
Not really too close to killing him.
Giving us a Void Rush into the enemy back lines. Whoa, finds 3 members of Team Liquid Academy. Not quite favorable.
Just trying to stop the backs, trying to get priority on mid lane. They want to shove it in. They want to just stop them as much as they can. And I think they will stop Moon as well. So this can give them a little bit of priority here on the mid lane, and they're going to try to get as much damage down as possible. So actually pretty impactful there from Ku, even though it seems like a pretty small thing. And it's going to allow them to look at all this damage, right? That's half the turret gone just because he stopped the bases, just because the team isn't there to respond.
Yeah, Nova's still up 2 turrets because they were able to break down that mid tier 1 and rotating after that fight, secure the bottom tier 2. They're actually now up 3 turrets as they break down that tier 2 turret. Another Tempered Fate catches Ku, but not the target they're looking for, as a Blaze Olive still standing alive outside of it with his completed Rylai's.
Yeah, and he's actually looking pretty monstrous. Has farmed very well. It's Golden Glue. It's 3-0-3, but the Azir is becoming frightening, and Solo may be caught here. I don't know if they have the damage to take him down. I think Shen should be fine. We'll just walk away. The Azir is being a monster in these sieging situations, with Janna to support them, kind of shield them up, allowing them to aggressively go in for damage on the turrets. Things are looking very good for Nova. 3,000 gold up still, and they are scaling. You got GP, you got Azir.
Oh, Moon's going in. The old submarine. Rikara is going to
nice ult from Ken.
Knock up on the Solo. He's trying to disengage, but the Hemo Plague finds 3 as Golden Glue. Ghost chases in. Meanwhile, over the wall, Flaxish eats a lot of damage. He's finally going to survive as he retreats on the... A Blaze Olive actually is going to get the kill on the Piglet in the back line, and Nova are trying to turn it around despite the stun. Stun gets some good damage. He's going to Magical Journey over. A Blaze Olive going to try to cut off the escape. Rikara goes in. Ku in the front. He's got low health. Oh, is he going to be able to survive? He's dealing it out with Moon while Rikara gets collapsed upon in the back. They've left their back line, and suddenly we've got a swap. Team Liquid Academy are on the top side, and Nova are on the bottom.
And they needed to stay together with Rikara. He either needed to come for that magical journey with them or move around with them, or the Janna needed to stay by him, because there was just no way he was going to be able to win against 2 solo laners, and now the fight is completely spread out. You can see it's happening on so many sides.
Yeah.
And Flaxish picking up the kill, a little bit of a BM insta base there, I think. Maybe just kind of trying to taunt his opponent. But either way, vision being cleared out around Baron, 23 minutes in, 4K gold up, almost, well, 3.5. For Nova, and things looking pretty darn good.
Yeah, Nova looking very strong right now. Able to turn those fights back and forth. Here that fight is once again very extended. Moon goes in.
Yeah, so Moon nails the fear here, but Ken was actually so smart to ult early, because even though, yeah, you say the Tech Room's not that much of a threat, it's about the Shen. The Shen cannot get in range to actually take out Lucian, so it's allowing Lucian so much time here, and Flashless and Ken are down on the bot side. The GP's still hanging around, has his ultimate, and Azir is able to actually kill off Piglet on the bottom side of your screen. But unfortunately for Ricard here now, the rest of his team goes through this, and they all kind of just leave him. He's running up to the top. We have the rest of his team over on the side. He probably needs to go around, dash over the wall, stay with his team. Either way, he's going to get chased down by 3 members of TLA. So a bit of a mess up there from the Lucian, but still ends up being a pretty decent fight for Nova. And they're the ones that are kind of dictating the pace of the game. They're being very aggressive. They're getting a lot of turrets down, and they're taking objectives very, very well. Do have to be a bit worried about Golden Glue. As always, 4-0-3. He's getting very big, and would like to see them pick up that X-User's Culling pretty soon. Yeah, see if Ricard wants to do it, though.
Still working towards that Rylai's for perma-chase. Mountain Drake was picked up during the course of that replay. Team Liquid Academy now up to their 2nd Drake. And the 3rd is going to be an Ocean. Not great for either team, but certainly going to help in these extended engages.
Ocean's always really good. It's not maybe the one that you exactly want at this stage in the game. Obviously, I think it is a little bit better earlier. But in extended siege situations, which is what Nova's really going for a lot of the time, the extra mana can be quite useful, as you're not always even getting hit. And for someone like the Janna, who's always in the backline, and there's not really a lot of people that are going to be kind of like poking you and putting you in combat, you can have extra mana all the time. So can be pretty impactful. And some of these fights do really come down to a wire where that can make the difference.
It was a very long
looking for it. Shen ult is available. They're looking for this dive. We'll see if they can set it up. And
Tempered Fate,
Blaze Olive.
Blaze Olive. He's got flash. Will he be able to get out in time? The Monsoon
nice
redirects. There goes the Emperor's Divide, and Team Liquid Academy get booted out of this pressure.
Ken is actually on point with this. He ults the Kekrom away so we can't land that E and knock a Blaze Olive back into the team. And then he nails the Tornado on the Shen taunt. Very annoying to deal with, and Ken is playing excellently so far on this Janna. That's 2 major ultimates down, 3 actually really for TLA. Does get the flash of Azir, so we'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Blaze Olive able to keep himself alive as Ricard shoves a minion on the top, minion wave on the top side of the map. And
they're starting there.
Wow, they're 3-manning this.
This is aggressive. We'll see if TLA actually sniffs this out at all. There's no vision whatsoever. They already swept the whole area. I don't know if they know at all.
Solo has no stand united.
Okay, so they figured it out.
Yeah, Team Liquid Academy able to put the pieces together. Enemy team missing. Baron on the map. No vision. Ah, yes.
Look at GP, though. So far up. Has Shen pushed in. He's up about 40 CS. He's looking good and going to be scaling very heavily. It'll be really nice if we can get a alone time on this turret. We'll be able to knock it down pretty quickly with that Triforce and all his additional AD. At the same time, Nova pushing heavily in this top lane, too. Piglet's going to try to clear out the minion waves.
Does a pretty good job so far. Finally finishing off the Muramana and that Iceborne Gauntlet. Still only 2 items to the 2.5 of Ricard, as he's down about 40 CS on his own, too. Well, that's about 40 CS. So 27 minutes in, Nova have been able to keep Piglet from getting off the ground too much.
Yeah, they have. At the same time, Lucian is kind of going this early game aggressive build.
Yeah.
And when he got that early kill and was up like 40 CS earlier, you would be hoping to extend it. So Piglet at least has kind of stemmed the bleeding, although he's not going off. He's 1-3, not a great score. He's down a lot of CS. He's not getting down more. He's staying relevant, so farming it up, and they're allowing him to have the time to do that because Golden Glue is so strong.
Nova looking to expand their lead now. 27.5 minutes in. They've been keeping pace with Team Liquid, or Team Liquid have been keeping pace with them. Really, it's been back and forth as they constantly try to pick off a Blaze Olive. They managed to land the slows. There's the Emperor's Divide, True Shot Barrage, Hemo Plague. He goes down. Ken cannot save him. Flashes over the wall as Moon comes in for the flank, and they find the pick.
I think Blaze Olive kind of underestimated that. Thought he was going to be able to get out scot-free, as he was able to dodge quite a lot, but the slow from Golden Glue coming in with the Rylai's, and now Stunt is going in once again and nailed that binding previously to get a kill. We'll see if he can pick anything else up. Flash just on the side here, looking to get a nice barrel chain on Piglet. Will he be able to get it? Yeah.
Oh, chunks him down to half with that one.
Almost here, though.
Ken is abandoned by Nova and gets dropped. Ku trying to clear out as best he can, but Team Liquid Academy aren't looking for kills. They are looking for that tier 2 turret. The huge tank of Moon soaks so many hits, and they're able to take it and get out.
Ken really had no business kind of being over on the side there. GP harassing from the side seems fine, but Ken kind of hung around as GP was leaving, gets caught by a nice flank there from Solo, and now it's TLA threatening the Baron. They are still down some gold here, but they're the ones making some plays in the last couple minutes, picking up a lot of kills. They're actually up 3 kills down in turrets and farm, so they are still behind in gold, and GP's gold kind of cheats a little bit, I like to say, because of that extra bonus. And Moon right in onto...
Oh, yeah, they're diving onto a Blaze Olive. Flaxus drops some damage to Blaze Olive. Is shielded. Can they keep him alive as best they can? He's doing so much. He gets the kill, but Guardian Angel is traded over 1-for-1 so far.
And Golden Glue on top side.
What a tempered fate. Stalls Nova out, pinned against the wall. Piglet takes a few shots, and Golden Glue, as you said, flanks in from behind, able to pick up 1, looking for 2 as Flaxish, don't think he meant to take that journey, is now separated from his team. Ku forced to chase him. They're going to pick up 1 and trade it right back over. Ku and Ken trying to get some of these kills and answer back, but Golden Glue is healing up so much. Oh my gosh, Ku finally forced to back away. They're going to chase Ken down on the far side. He's out of mana. He's caught by the slow. Soon the Rylai's will land from Golden Glue. And Ken goes down. A huge fight for Team Liquid Academy.
Yeah, they get another couple kills there, and it's kind of becoming a pattern that they're just honestly abandoning their AD carry to Golden Glue. Golden Glue's coming around on the backside. This was not a surprise. He was there for a long time, but let's see how it starts off. Nice dodge there on the Hecarim ultimate from a Blaze Olive, and the GP ulti comes in. Ken arrives, trying to keep his mid laner long as possible. Heal even in there from Rakara, so he actually does a really good job at the start, allows them to get the trade kill. But look at this now. Golden Glue had already been in on Rakara. Look, where is his team? Where is the team to help out Rakara? He had already actually had to flash away from Golden Glue. No one moves back to help him. Ken's not there. Instead, he's shielding the tank Rek'Sai, who's moving forward. Doesn't really need that. You need to keep your AD carry alive. Imagine if Lucian was alive even a couple more seconds here. Golden Glue is so low. This would have been a pretty free fight for them, but it is the mistakes that really do bite them in the butt, as when you just have a Janna and that tank Rek'Sai alive, not much hope of bursting down the Vladimir, who is huge. And as a result, they're able to clean up camp.
And you've been saying it all game. Golden Glue has just been getting bigger and bigger. 7-0-5 right now. This guy, absolutely enormous. A Blaze Olive really might be the only one who can shred him down, but it'll take a lot of work. Flash from a Blaze Olive dodges yet another tempered fate, but it's a multi-engage as Moon dives in along with Solo. They get knocked up. The tanks in the front line taking a lot of damage. There's a culling. Moon is going to die, and Nova continue to chase forward. Solo, separated from his team, takes the journey. He still eats a lot of damage from the following shot. Flaxish, doesn't get pinned against the wall, though. And Nova continue to chase. Piglet's now left behind. Golden Glue is going to try to turn it around, but Piglet has fallen despite getting some good damage onto Ku. Golden Glue running for his life. He drops the Hemoplague. 1v4. Gets under the Emperor's Divide Hemoplague, but finally goes down. The kill by Rakara.
This should be Baron. That's huge for Nova. Finally, they're there as a squad. They play the fight right. They keep their AD carry alive, and he's able to get massive return damage on Moon. Nets them the team fight victory, and that is Baron. Going over to Nova, they extend the lead up 6,000 gold, and will be looking to extend that even further.
32.5 minutes in, Nova trading fight for fight.
Here it is, and we do see once again, nice quick ulti there, a whiff from Solo on the taunt. Yes, Moon goes backline onto Rakara, but the team is there protecting him. You can't solo out the Lucian when the Janna is there, when the Azir is there, when they're all helping him out, and Golden Glue unable to get the big flank this time. Piglet actually walking way too far forward there. Looks like he tried to right-click on someone by accident, and it does get caught up by the slows, gets taken down. With him gone, so too are the hopes of TL winning the team fight. Golden Glue trying his best for the 1v5, but it's not going to be enough. Gets taken down. And he is really kind of on the 1v9 mission this game.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting some help from Stunt, but the team is struggling a bit to actually keep up with Nova in the other lanes, and Golden Glue's going to need help.
with this Baron and freshly empowered Nova set up a siege. Piglet's going to look for a bit of damage onto Ku, but he's got the rest of his team right by him. So they're going to try to break these inhibitor turrets. Flaxish actually grouped up with his team, not quite split pushing just yet as they start escorting these minion waves into the turrets.
Yeah, and I think they want to stay together as a five-man squad. Yes, Flashes could actually separate, but we've seen how it goes wrong when they're not together, right? They keep getting taken down by these flanks. They keep losing their AD carry to Golden Glue on the side, and Hecarim and Shen have such huge engage potential. Even if you TP in instantly, it's often not in time. So I like that they're staying together as a squad. Bit of an ambitious GP. Ulti goes down there, but Golden Glue moving forward, going to take a lot of return damage.
Ooh,
has to be careful.
Chunk down to half. Ku with the Void Rush gets back with his team.
Yeah.
Tanks the turret while the minions are gone as that Baron-empowered cannon starts looking for some damage. And Nova, as you said, grouped as 5. They know that Golden Glue is still away. They managed to get to Blaze Olive. He's got no flash. Here comes Moon, but he gets knocked up again by Ken. Flaxish, though, in the front is going to be turned upon, and it is absolute chaos as they stack the AoE up. Solo in the front, trying to peel away. A Blaze Olive left behind drops as Golden Glue chases the slow onto Flaxish. He's doing a lot of damage, but eating just as much in return as Golden Glue chases him down. And that's going to be 2 kills and a denied siege for Nova, but they're not done just yet. Flaxish is the next target.
He probably should be able to run away here, though. Not much chance of chasing him down. Gets the move speed. They do lose 2, but they stem the bleeding. Don't lose more. A nice engage there, and Stun has honestly been super on point with his Bard ultimates. Keeps catching key targets, allowing them to set up these fights, and not allowing their position to actually be taken advantage of. And at the same time here, Rikara had already been chunked down to half at the start of this fight, so look how far back he has to play here. He's very scared of getting zeroed out, and a Blaze Olive. Golden Glue's in on top of him. He's taking a ton of damage. Ku has to bail out on the right side. The Zir goes down, and in chase is Golden Glue. Flaxish able to land some good damage, heals up a little bit, is able to escape, but they already had lost the fight, lost their mid laner, and yes, they are still on the push because they have the Baron buff, but that's not what they were looking for. They were looking to try to crack the base with that pretty early Baron. And Moon now is setting up for a flank again. Yeah,
he's been doing it time and time again. Submarine comp from Team Liquid Academy. Oh, I don't know if he sees him just yet. He's got a pink ward in there. Shot barrage fired across. But Rikara going to be safe, secures his own red buff. So 36 minutes in, Nova about 7,000 gold ahead of Team Liquid Academy, but fight after fight, it really seems to be back and forth, traded one for another, as Ku is going to find Piglet and get some good damage across. Piglet has completed his Blade of the Ruined King, so he's able to heal himself right back up and land slows onto Ku.
Yeah, the time where Ku can actually 1v1 Piglet is pretty long past now, as Piglet's getting relatively strong, pops Bork active, Moon looking for the flank, at least threatening it. Does still have his GA that never got procced in the last fight, even though he did get low. And Golden Glue almost full build here, has another large rod, probably going to just complete up a death cap, and once he has that, he's going to be at maximum strength, but it will give Nova a little bit of time to kind of catch up. The Azir is scaling very heavily, a lot of completed items here on Flaxish. He's going this kind of new popular armor pen build, more GP. He has triple armor pen items, very likely ruining a lot of armor pen here too. You get some from your masteries, so you end up having these super powerful kind of like near true damage type scenarios when you are hitting people like Piglet, and can be pretty scary.
Yeah, Piglet's been having a lot of trouble this game. 2, 5, and 9. Putting out some decent damage. He's finally only about 20 CS behind Rikara. Elder Dragon, though, has spawned. Nova actually started off and immediately start backing away. Flaxish has got the barrel set up. Gets a huge crit onto Golden Glue. Doesn't quite have enough damage to really burst him out. Again, that's Vladimir. He'll just heal it up.
Exactly. It's not super threatening, and none of the members right now are actually like super scared of a GP barrel chain, because he doesn't have an IE, he doesn't have any crit or anything, and Moon taking a lot of damage, but as I was saying, a lot of these guys have already built up armor. You can see there's so much armor on Solo, so he's not that worried. There's quite a bit of armor on the Hecarim. Even the Bard has a chainmail plus a frozen heart, so you really want to try to chunk out Piglet. He's going to be the #1 target, and if you can catch Piglet with one of those barrel chains, really kind of chunk him out and look for just a quick kill on him, it's going to be massive, but the rest of the guys are going to be able to heal it up pretty well, and even Piglet, if he's given time, can lifesteal that back, so we'll see. Flash just has to answer the top lane waves, though. Time to do a little maintenance.
Yeah. Got to prune those waves like a well-kept garden, managing the side waves so that you can properly harvest your Elder Drake when the time comes.
That's true.
But for now, Nova going to continue to play it safe. Don't want to commit to that Baron as Team Liquid Academy now get the opportunity to get some deep vision of their own as Nova recall and lose immediate priority on the pit.
Yeah, gets a little bit more scary as the Baron does spawn, because then there's the risk of trades of objectives. You can move back and forth. One team threatens one, the other team can threaten the other. Nova definitely does not want to give up Elder to TLA, though, as it's triple dragons on them.
Who's going very aggressive. Meanwhile, Golden Glue and Moon are in the front line. Ken managing to keep himself alive. Moon rushes in. They've caught a Blaze Olive with the Tempered Fate, but in the back line, Flaxish gets some good damage. He drops Piglet, 1-for-1 trade. They're continuing to chase forward, though. Culling is going to go mostly wide. Solo's running as best he can. And so Riccara is able to clean up another trade as Golden Glue goes down. Oh, Golden Glue, no. He's actually dropping a Blaze Olive. Riccara, does he have the skills to pay the bills to get this win so far as he's running from Golden Glue? Kite out the heel, man. It's just so much. GA popped. Double kill for Golden Glue. Riccara is running for his life, but Golden Glue, he smells blood in the water, and he's chasing Riccara down.
Yeah, Ricara's going to try to lifesteal a little bit up here, see if he can get anything done. Maybe go for an escape. Unlikely that he'll be able to do it, but if he can get anything done on Moon, that would be huge. Even getting the counter kill would be very nice. He does get it. He gets really good job,
turns
actually.
Onto Golden Glue. Finally, he gets shut down. 1-for-1 trade, but that's an ace for Team Liquid Academy.
It is the ace, but still nice plays there by Riccara. Pops the GA, gets the kill on Moon at least, so we'll see once again how the fight starts, and it's Ku who's trying to kind of solo mission here onto Piglet. I don't really like that. You're not even really moving his health at this point, but at the same time, we have GP flashing over the wall, right onto Piglet, able to take him down. Piglet has the late flash. He trades his life, but at least he did get it. And Riccara, at the same time, able to take down Solo, is playing very aggressively, dashing in and out of the fights. And Golden Glue, the problem is he's being ignored for most of the fights, and they have no executioner's culling. Morellonomicon is not actually active on him most of the time. They're not getting him low enough. So if you ignore the Vladimir, even if you're winning the rest of the fight, this guy is going to be an absolute monster. He continues to rotate through those cooldowns. Golden Glue is really carrying the team in this game, 11, 1, and 8. And a lot of their hopes are resting on this guy's shoulders. He's full build. Yeah. But the problem is he can't actually develop any more than this. So if they don't start to close it out, it's like you're giving more and more time for these other people to catch up. So even though a Blaze Olive is 1 in 5, he's only 1 item behind. He can catch up.
Pressure is on. Blaze Olive trying to outdamage the healing of that full build Vladimir. As you said, 11, 1, and 8 Golden Glue is absolutely enormous. And 41 minutes in, those neutral objectives are still up, and both of these teams are starting to fight over vision.
Riccara does have his executioners now. He has the completed one, so that is going to be very nice for them. Have that healing debuff finally, and it's a 6-item Lucian. Pretty scary. A lot of items coming in here. Flaxish has almost completed his up as well. Has the mini Last Whisper. Just needs to build that up. And once he has his Mortal Reminder, they're going to have all the healing debuffs they could ever want, which is going to be quite nice. Hecarim has healing. Vladimir has tons. We have lifesteal on the Ezreal. Obviously, heals coming out of Bard. So pretty much everyone here can be affected by that pretty heavily.
Just saw True Shot Barrage across the other side of the map from Piglet to clear out that top minion wave that was building and putting up pressure for Nova. So Global Pressure is able to catch that, while Solo now shows himself in the bottom. Seems like TLA might be forced to defend here as Nova set up camp in that mid lane. They're not giving up that halfway point in the middle of the map without a fight. Golden Glue gets chunked out a lot, but who am I kidding? That's a Vladimir.
It's pretty damaging culling, but he can actually just go over, farm up the race. Yeah. Probably heal right back up, so Golden Glue is not too worried, but it is kind of showing off some of the strength there of the Lucian. And as you said, Vlad right back to full health. Yeah. At the same time, he did kind of get them a little bit of mid lane priority, trying to hope to control those minion waves. We'll see what they can get done with it. GP's moving bot side. Shen already up in the top. All teams are trying to control these minion waves, and TL's looking for a pick. They're hiding here. We'll see if they get him. They got him again.
They caught a Blaze Olive yet again. There goes the wave. He dashes back, and a Blaze Olive's in the back. He's able to make it out, but the turret is not going to be enough to dissuade TLA from going in. Ku in the front, buying as much time as possible as Moon gets knocked back, and Nova set up and keep their battle lines, and they're able to drop that Guardian Angel onto Solo. Can they kill him, though? Flaxish trying to do what he can, but they just don't have enough damage to follow up with the kill, and they back away.
A nice fight there by Nova. They do get caught out, and Stun has just been nailing Blaze all of time and time again. He needs to be more careful, have a soldier ready to kind of jump out of there in some of these situations, but they're going to try to take this HP advantage and move it right over to the Elder, but Ricard's taking a lot of damage. You can't just solo this. This is like a Baron, and he is getting chunked out. They still have aggro. They need to back off.
Yeah, Ku's in the front. Elder Dragon will reset as TLA position themselves in the mid lane. Not quite enough of a health advantage over Team Liquid Academy.
It's risky for Nova because they lost a lot of health there. It does give priority to TL to move over to the Baron. They're actually going to try to run straight over, maybe get some vision, perhaps even just straight up start it. That would be risky. They do clear out the one ward there, and they're at least threatening it, right? They're trying to get Nova to check into them, see if they can get a pick, which would be massive and perhaps lead to one of those objectives. But sometimes that's all it takes to get those advantages, actually just an HP lead.
Yeah. These fights have been absolutely brutal, trading back and forth, kills for kills, but no big objectives to tilt the game in either team's favor. However, it looks like Team Liquid Academy with their Mountain Drake, they're going to try to get some damage onto this Baron.
And Nova's here, though.
Nova.
Piglet's
Ku
far
goes
up.
in, flash knock up onto Piglet. There goes a culling. It catches Flaxish and Rikara. A Blaze Olive waiting in the back. Ku, without his team to support him, will drop to Team Liquid Academy as Solo gets it. Guardian Angel back up on Moon. He eats a lot of damage.
GA down.
Oh, that GA is popped.
Can they get
Flaxish
him
over
again?
the wall. He's looking for the barrel. He hops in. Golden Glue destroys him with so much
Golden
damage.
Glue's so low, though.
Back up. Will they be able to kill Golden Glue? He's healing to keep himself alive, retreating as best he can. Rikara trying to get the damage with the Blaze Olive, but they're not going to quite have enough. Rikara running as Piglet and Solo, with the help of Golden Glue, are going to chase them away. 2 for 3 favoring TL.
Stun came up huge in the fight. He was able to land a binding on both the AD carry and the Azir. Absolutely massive, able to turn that around, and they're starting up the Baron. I don't know if they can actually two-man this. I don't think they have the damage, and this is going to take forever. Even if they do, we'll see. The HP is not even at half yet, so I think Rikara and Ken can stop this. You know, Piglet is there too, so, excuse me, it is a three-man, and they can do it eventually.
He's almost
Nova
got
not
his
even
calling
challenged.
up.
They need to do
they're
something.
trying to go in. Rikara!
Oh, he tried to just
wow.
steal the Baron, and that was not the right choice. Gets popped, and it's TL with the Baron.
Yeah, getting very greedy there. Team Liquid are able to read that aggressive play. Here's that fight again.
So here it is once again, and Ku is just going way to him. He keeps trying to dive Piglet. You cannot solo him at this point in the game, and it's like, sure, you did a little bit of damage, but he gives up his life for it. And now, once again, Flaxish is just kind of flashing in there. He's trying to solo him out, runs over the side. He pops the Ghost Blade. He's going to flash in, and Piglet says, yep, thank you very much. I'll take that free kill. He just dashes right over the wall, and they're just trying to suicide onto the Ezreal. There's no reason for them to do this. They can actually play frontline versus frontline. I really do feel. Kite back, use those GP barrels, have your Rek'Sai protecting, and you have an Azir. You can kill these frontliners. They've shown it, but they're just kind of throwing away their lives, diving backline, and it's really costing them.
Yeah, with Nova dead. Wait, do they have the
Yeah, they got
Dragon
Elder.
buff?
They just got Elder, yeah.
They've got the Elder Dragon buff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
During
no,
the
that's
replay.
Team Liquid Academy who are the ones that are burning right now.
Yeah, Team Liquid
Yes.
picked it up. They have the
They got
Baron, they
Baron.
have the Elder, and they are going to be looking to crack the base. This turret is going down, no problem, and Hib to follow.
Yeah, that inhibitor will drop as Golden Glue Protobelt's back to get himself away from any pressure of Nova. Finally able to crack the base, and Team Liquid Academy, despite being down in gold, have been taking pretty successful fight after fight and trading blows with Nova in such a manner to keep themselves in this game. Finally able to eke out an advantage with that very close late game team fight at the Baron. And with that down, looking to break even more the do or die, the aspect of the Dragon.
Yeah, Nova's just basically trying to wait it out. It's a short buff, so they just made the call, give up the mid and Hib. It's not going to end the game right now, but if you get wiped, that will end the game. So if you give up one, do they give up two? I don't know. There's not a massive amount of time left on these buffs. I'm not actually exactly sure how much time is left, but
Probably only about a minute
should be expiring
left.
pretty quickly, and they're just going to try to wave clear and hope to do their best to wait it out. But it's tough when Baron is on top of it.
Yeah, very tanky front line from Moon is able to scare a lot of Nova back as they have to keep that turret standing.
Good chunk on a stunt, though. Flash just needs to keep landing those barrels, try to poke him out. It's pretty tough, especially to deal with someone like Ezreal, who has so much poke. So easy for him to apply the true damage burn.
48 minutes in, Team Liquid Academy finally have got themselves a lead, cracking the base of Nova.
And Moon is moving around here with Solo. They're looking to threaten the dive. Good damage from Rikara back onto him. Will they start it up? Flaxus
They
is
do
low.
start the dive. Flaxus, True Shot Barrage. He dodges the Tempered Fate, but that means he has to go back in. He's able to keep himself alive, healing up quite a bit. Finally, he will drop, though, as Golden Glue gets the kill. Blaze Olive and Rikara are dishing out as much damage as they can in answer, as Golden Glue died in the assault in the attempt to dive. 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade. Nova hangs on. That was a lot of added power from their buffs there. So it is a pretty good trade from Nova, and it could have been better for them. They had the full HP 80 carry. They had a Xerath pretty healthy amounts of HP too. So they almost got the exit kills onto Solo, just barely able to get out, and would have been huge to take him down, not only for the kill and the gold, but getting that GA out of the way is massive at this point in the game. The GA has become so important.
Yeah, here that is again.
Yeah, so here we do have that fight starting up, finally able to dodge out that ulti from the Bard, and it's frontline versus frontline right now, and Solo's taking a lot of damage. Flaxus had already fallen. Golden Glue went really deep in. Solo has to flash the wall, barely able to get out. Moon is very low here too. Had that front line crumbled a little bit earlier, it could have been a rout for Nova. They know they're totally in this game, and it's 6 items now on Azir, so we talked about it earlier. Doesn't matter if you're 12-2 or 3-6, they both have 6 items.
Yeah.
The power is pretty much equaled. Also worth mentioning, some adjustments in the Lucian build. He's actually bought up an IE now, so he got rid of the Ghost Blade. He's going kind of full late game. He also got rid of his boots and picked up a Shiv. So he has the IE, he has a ton of crit, and this is going to be a very powerful 6-item Lucian build. A little less mobility, but you can be dashing around. You're still pretty high on CDR, and the damage he's going to be putting out is absolutely massive. So this is perfect for killing frontline. And that's really what they should be doing. They just need to peel. You have Janna, you have Azir, you have a super powerful late game Lucian and GP. Don't dive if you're Ku. Peel, look to kill the front line.
Yeah, he's got that Guardian Angel now along with an Elixir of Iron, so he should be able to soak a bit more damage. Piglet, on the other hand, now caught up in CS with Rikara, 6 items himself. So despite that early advantage that Nova were able to get by bullying Piglet, not completely nullified, as we've officially hit the late game, 51 minutes in.
It is definitely nullified, but at the same time, oh, big barrel there on a Piglet. But at the same time, this is a Lucian who's even sold his boots. He has an IE. He has a more optimal late game DPS build, right? He's going to be putting out a ton of pressure, a ton of damage. Yes, Piglet is going to be annoying. He's going to be poking away. He's going to be very evasive. But it's harder for an Ezreal, especially one with this kind of build, to really punch through frontline. Whereas this is an all-out max DPS build from Rikara, and this is Lucian who could slay your tanks. And TLF. Whoa.
Ku, yeah.
Maybe a misclick there. There's a lot of tunnels.
He's got a lot of tunnels over there, setting up the Rek'Sai nest to defend that inhibitor, as the bear inhib on the mid lane is being caught by Flaxish. Solo splits on the far side. Tempered Fate dodge by a Blaze Olive. They're able to drop it. Ku goes in. He gets some good damage. There's the culling, but Rikara's already at half. Solo still trying to flank and catch up from the bottom. It's 4 versus 4 as the top laner is finally going to split. There's a lot of damage, but they can't quite catch up and find the kills. Team Liquid Academy have got the slows to keep Nova away.
Yeah, it was close. If Flax just dropped the ult at the end of the magical journey there from GP, I think he actually might have been able to slow them down, look for something. Either way, they defend the inhib. Mid lane has respawned. They've kind of weathered the storm, but there's still a lot of danger. If you lose one fight, you probably lose the game. If the very minimum you can lose is 2 inhibs, basically, because there are no turrets left, and it's a scary point in the game. At the same time, bot lane inhib turret is down for TLA, and 52 minutes into the game, sometimes it doesn't even matter if you have turrets. You can just straight up ace and get the end.
Yeah, Team Liquid Academy looking for that first win to get a spot in the finals for the Challenger Series. Nova looking to do the same. Their first split in the Challenger Series. They've already made it to playoffs. We'll see if they can advance towards the finals, as they have to beat out some of these veterans on Team Liquid Academy. Ku hops over the wall, continuing to look for vision around that Baron pit as it has respawned.
Yeah, really trying to just continuously clear that out. Objectives are paramount at this point in the game. You must maintain vision control around the Baron. And look at that quick little auto onto Moon. Takes quite a bit of damage from the Lucian. He's got to have to be scared. Ghost pop here from Golden Glue. They're going in.
Tempered Fate means that Rikara has to flash. Ku in the front is going to soak all of this damage. Some big cooldowns blown by Nova to escape Team Liquid Academy's attempt at a pick.
Yeah, good job there by Golden Glue. just blows the Ghost, but going to take some damage here on the exit, and Rikara is very strong. You need to respect this Lucian. He can always look for the turnaround, but it's Moon trying to flank here. Also key to remember, Moon did not go a full kind of item build. He kept his Sightstone. He has Ruby Sightstone, but he's going to have a lot less combat effectiveness because of that. And Ku clears out the pink ward. Nova backs off. They need to play it safe. If you get flanked by this team, it could be over.
Yeah, Ku clearing out Vision as best he can will succeed at keeping Team Liquid Academy out of that red side of the jungle. They've got a wave building, but Solo's on the other side of the map. Flaxish finally going to answer as 54 minutes in. Team Liquid Academy and Nova are neck and neck, vying for position to get this first win in this best of 5.
Wonder if we'll see Rek'Sai sell up that Titanic to try to grab it, just even more tanky stats and stuff, because at this point in the game, sometimes your damage is pretty much irrelevant on the Rek'Sai. It's more just about soaking. Because people have so much innate lifesteal and tankiness themselves that you basically don't hurt them. At the same time, percent HP damage can be pretty nice. It scales with how much HP you have. He has a lot of it. So we'll see if there's going to be any more item adjustments. And they're going to move straight onto the Baron. We'll see if Nova is aware of this. They really should be keeping tabs on it, and this is going down fast. It's looking like it may just be a free one. I think, they're way too late. It's going to be theirs. The question is, can they fight them on the way out?
Baron secured by Team Liquid Academy. Good play from Stunt to dodge the Vision.
Yeah, good job, but Nova kind of sleeping. It's like, when you don't see members on the map, at this point in the game, you must have Vision on the Baron. You have a Rek'Sai. You can check that out with Prey Seekers. You can use your Tremor Senses, move along through the jungle, check the bushes with your teammates, and make sure you maintain vision control. They did live through it once, though, so they're going to be okay, hopefully, for them. At the same time, it's a minute on Elder, and you don't really want to give TL another chance at having those empowered double buffs.
Yeah. That's going to make the defense significantly more difficult for Nova as they just crest over the 100,000 gold mark.
It's a lot.
Team Liquid Academy, a step behind, will catch up as well. Level 18 on everyone for Team Liquid Academy. Nova.
Yeah.
Only one person not quite level 18 as they try to clear out the map, try to deny as much to Team Liquid as possible while they have that recall. More
build adjustments coming in. IE has been picked up by Flaxish, so it's about optimizing at this point. You want to have the perfect late game build. Piglet has actually sold his Merc Treads. Those are the boots he was using.
Yeah.
And picked up that Sterix, so just does not want to risk getting burst down. He's kind of like, he's pretty tanky Ezreal.
I've had it with these people jumping on my face.
He's got a lifesteal. Yeah. Got some HP. He's got the Maw. The thing is, they don't actually stack, so it's kind of a waste. the procs will not go off at the same time. One can go before the other, so there can be some use, but as far as the last item, it's pretty bad combat-wise.
Nova now defending their top inhibitor turret. And rotating back and forth between the mid as Solo catches the waves in the bottom, looks to put that split map pressure. Elder Dragon just spawned. Now Nova have got to be careful.
Definitely do. There's a Thornmail now picked up by Ku. He's actually rearranged his items quite a bit. So he got rid of boots. He picked up a Ruby Sightstone because they're hurting for the vision. So this is the shuffles that happen super late game. And these builds are so interesting to me because you don't really see games this long very often, and the players are a lot of times not really sure what exactly is optimal because you rarely have like these 55, 60-minute games where not only do you get 6 items, but you have like 6k more gold and you're like, ooh, maybe I'll get one of these. Oh, I'll take one of that. So they're rearranging. He has a Thornmail now. He has that Ruby Sightstone, so no boots on him. And they're just feeling like, well, we didn't have enough vision for the Baron. Now they got Elder Dragon. We needed to see that. We didn't. It's going to be tough, though, to hold out here for Nova. They do not have the inhib turrets, and these are some mighty, powerful buffs.
Yeah, no fight from Nova as the second Elder Dragon for Team Liquid Academy is secured. They're going to start cheating forward. 180 true damage on each of those auto attacks to start whittling down Nova's enormous tanky frontline. Tempered Fate is dodged once again as Moon races in. And Team Liquid Academy going to break this inhibitor down once again.
And still, that's the flash from Azir, so has to be very careful. A flashless Azir, and you have the Hecarim ulti. They can maybe dogpile onto this guy. If you can get a hold of him, send Golden Glue in the back line, along with those kind of divers of Hecarim and Shen, it could be lights out for the Azir, and if he goes down, the game is going to end. Nova looking like they can't even contest these inhibs. Yeah, that's 2 straight going down.
2 inhibitors dropping as Team Liquid Academy taking their time, pressuring each objective in order. They've still got that Elder Dragon for about another minute or so. It's down to 45 seconds as they've got one final inhibitor to break down, and Solo's been pressuring minion waves the whole time.
Nova's okay giving up 2, but they can't really afford to give up 3. You will not hold on with 6 super minions coming crashing into your base. Nice chunk there. They're going to go aggressive.
Rikara eats a lot of big damage. Flash up from Ku as he chases Piglet down. Knocked back in. There goes a culling. Tempered Fate.
What a
going to
Tempered
stall
Fate.
Nova out. They have to back away, and despite the engage, Nova cannot find any kills.
Stunt a hero once again. Nails so many members there. Interrupts the culling even, and that is huge because I really do feel Nova would have got at least a kill or 2 there, which would have bought them some time, giving them that a bit of a reprieve to actually clear out the mini waves, get control of this game again. Unfortunately for them, they're not able to pick up any kills. One thing, though, going for Nova is there's no objectives right now on the map for TL to actually take, so they can kind of just try to turtle it out in their base and just continuously do this. And it's always scary going up against these kind of like high potential champions like the GP, because if GP just nails one perfect barrel chain, sometimes that can be all you need to actually get one of those team fight wins.
We've seen those super high value crits of like 4,000 damage off of a single barrel.
Oh, yeah, hitting multiple people. Yeah.
So Flaxish, pressure's on.
Yep.
He even sold his boots as well. We're getting to the super late game.
It's the bang plank. He's got that shiv. This is old school.
All about no more mobility. We're not running. We're not chasing. We're going to kill you now, or we're going to kill you later.
Plus, it's a thing where you get some move speed from the Zeal items, so there is that going for them as well, and they just want these combat stats. It's all in fights. Those are some big crits. We'll see if he can land them on any players, though. They need to defend this tooth and nail at the same time. You can't afford to let the waves get out of hand in the top lane. They're sending the Rek'Sai to try to deal with it, and that's one thing nice about the Titanic is it does help them out with this a fair bit. You can see that splash going on the backline minions, but still going to take some time, and they're looking for the... Oh, they got a Blaze Olive. This could be it. We'll see if they protect him.
He's going to be knocked back in. Zhonya's keeps him alive just a bit, but Team Liquid Academy have mobbed onto him. Finally, he dropped, but he does get the Emperor's Divide. Golden Glue continues to chase forward.
Got to come up huge.
Rikara and Flaxus are trying as best they can. They've dropped Moon. Stand United on the Piglet. They dash back. Flaxus trying to make it to the fountain. He's healing, but Golden Glue's chasing. Killing spree for Golden Glue as he gets one. Ku does make it back in time. The 2 Soul Survivors trying to turn it around to make these 60 minutes worth something, but Team Liquid Academy do have enough. They drop the Nexus turrets, and they drop the Nexus itself, taking game number 1 in a 61-minute slaughterfest.
Crazy game there, but it's really the Bard for me. Stunt was just massive in that game, picking up Bard ulti after Bard ulti was incredible, and he's the one who gets the flash with his first ulti in the mid lane, and it's a couple minutes later, but it ended the game for him when he nails another one. Blaze Olive was just not able to deal with it. He was not fast enough reacting, was not able to avoid these Bard ultis, and when you get that perfect setup, Azir has no flash, there was no real chance of keeping this guy alive, so excellent Bard play, came up huge.
Yeah, despite Nova putting out some huge pressure over the course of the game, they weren't quite able to secure the win in that 61-minute match. We've actually got a replay for you about 29 and a half minutes in. Team Liquid Academy were behind, but this fight really shows how they were able to hang in there with that submarine comp. So we're going to go ahead and play that for you in just a second, but Team Liquid Academy, time and again, despite being down in gold, just showing these engages.
Yeah, so here it is. Yes, you dodge out on the Hecarim ulti, but the Shen is still there. Hecarim keeps him on top of a Blaze Olive. They are able to land the taunt, and a Blaze Olive did a good job kind of delaying here, delaying. Moon has the GA, so he trades his GA charge for the life of the other mid laner, and then it's Stunt. Who else lands the ulti, binds them both. What do you think about that? Very good Bard plays here, and Nova is able to chase down, get some kills, but this was that one kind of tragic fight where Rikara had been abandoned in the backside. Golden Glue picks up the solo kill on him, coming around for the flank, and that was a theme that happened all too often for Nova early game here, and yet another binding there landed by Stunt. That was really the last chance for Ku to kind of kill off Golden Glue. He had to kill him before he got the empowered Q. Couldn't do it. Now not enough damage. And, Stunt slowing him down, gifting over another kill to Golden Glue. And this is the duo that won the game for TLA. Golden Glue was massive. He got so many kills, so many assists. He was huge throughout this game. But Stunt started basically every single fight for them. And not only did he land the perfect ultimates to start the fights, he was incredible in those fights. He had a fight around Baron where he lands a perfect ultimate. Looks like they're kind of losing the fight anyway, and then he's able to land a binding on the Lucian and the Azir. And that turns it around completely. It's just like... It's crazy. He was just on fire that game.
So we've got another replay for you. This is about 44 minutes in. Team Liquid Academy get the Baron and turn it around.
So I think this is the fight, and this is something that Ku was not happy with how he was playing this out. He's flashing in on Ezreal. Your time of soloing out AD carries is done about level 5. Maybe a bit of an exaggeration there, but anyway, look at this turnaround now. So it's flashes now. He's like, ooh, it's my turn to suicide now. I'm a flash over the wall. Piglet jumps over the other side. He gives up his life. And this is the key binding right here. It still looks like they can turn it. Nope. Binding gets both the carries, and this is a lot of low HP members, and if a Blaze Olive and Rikara were allowed to run free, even with the mistakes in this fight, this is something where they could have actually cleaned it up and perhaps taken this fight. So it was very close. Definitely some mistakes there, especially from the Shen, from the Rek'Sai, kind of just diving deep and trying to solo out this guy, but you can do that early in the game when you can pop someone instantly. You cannot afford to do that later in the game when an AD carry has the support of his team, and Piglet looking to making them look a little bit foolish.
Yeah, and it really seemed like we were watching Nova sort of learn and adapt over these team fights. Okay, we can't leave Rikara undefended. We can't let Ku get too far forward. We can't dive the back line for an Ezreal kill. And over the course of the game, they slowly adapted and learned more and more and were able to keep pace with these fights that Team Liquid were bringing. But Team Liquid Academy just clean execution for most of these fights. They had their composition with the Submarine and Golden Glue, and they were able to take it to a 61-minute win despite being a step behind for almost 50, 60 minutes.
Yeah, they were down a lot. And they had some, it was really off these key engages. And it's also, the early and mid game was Golden Glue. Golden Glue kept them in the game when they were getting smashed. Piglet was getting absolutely bodied in the bot lane. He was down like 40 CS. He got essentially 1v1 by the Lucian. Their top lane was down a lot of farm in a very bad matchup. So they had bad matchups in top and bot. They're losing in these areas. And Golden Glue was just picking up all the slack. He's roaming around the map, killing people off left and right. The guy was a monster. Not much more needs to be said.
We'll see if he can replicate it, though. Team Liquid Academy have grabbed game number 1. We're going to see if Nova will be able to answer in game number 2. Challenger Series semifinals will continue in just a few minutes. Oh, man. I want to go play some Vladimir now. They're going to spot him. There's the exhaust. Piglet hops back before flashing a Blaze Olive. He's ignited. He's deep in enemy territory. There's the Emperor's Divide. Moon looks to chase. Oh, he gets some good damage. Piglet is destroyed by Ku. There goes a teleport. There goes the Hemo Plague. As, a Blaze Olive gets 1 kill, looking to turn it into 2. Flax's True Shot Barrage. He dodges the Tempered Fate, but that means he has to go back in. He's able to keep himself alive, healing up quite a bit. Finally, he will drop, though, as Golden Glue gets the kill. A Blaze Olive and Rikara are dishing out as much damage as they can. Zhonya's keeps him alive just a bit, but Team Liquid Academy have mobbed onto him. Finally, he drops, but he does get the Emperor's Divide. Golden Glue continues to chase forward.
Got to come up
Rikara and Flaxus are trying as best they can. They've dropped Moon. Stand United onto Piglet. They dash back. Flaxus trying to make it to the fountain. He's healing, but Golden Glue's chasing. Killing spree for Golden Glue.